special guest in the studio. Okay, what you roll your eyebrows for? Okay, we have the sounds and the voice of Mr. McCook, I'm gonna say, Briggy, sound man. Any other way people can describe or say who you are? Let them know.
Boy, them call me all kind of thing, you know.
Okay.
Call me Black Crusader, them call me Alpha.
Okay.
You know, Briggy, all the rest of it.
Yeah, okay. So let's go on a journey now. Let's go through a musical journey. How did it all begin for you? How did it all start?
Well, to be honest with you, when I was a child in Jamaica, you know, I'm talking about from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
I always used to love when I listened to the sound system because the sounds are all playing outside.
Okay.
As a child, you're exposed to it automatically. Started from there, really. I always wanted to build a sound, and I came to England 1967.
Yeah.
And started building a little sound system, nothing big.
Okay.
And them days we used to buy a lot of music off Pete Waterman in town.
Okay.
And a little shop on Stone Stanton Road, what was it called? It was an Indian shop. There's only a little record shop, I can't even remember what it's called.
Okay.
But that's where we all started out from, about near 70s, mid-70s.
Okay. And what was it about a sound that you wanted to get involved in? Why a sound? Why not something else? Why particularly that?
I haven't got a clue.
You haven't got a clue?
No.
Okay.
Well, what it is I just used to love sound system. I just used to see the people playing the sounds when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I just like thumbed it from there, as a kid. Yes, that's what all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you were doing sounds, looking at a sound, any sound in particular that you felt was fascinating about it?
Well, in Britain you're talking, or anywhere?
Wherever.
Yeah, like Coxsone was one of the sounds that I used to admire a lot.
Okay.
From in the 80s,
Okay.
early 80s. You have Quaker City, Jungle Man, oh, Fat Man, there's plenty of them. Shaka,
Yeah.
all of them sound I've actually played against most of them.
Okay.
With in the late 80s or mid 80s, played with Coxsone,
Yeah.
Shaka, Quaker, and all them sound that
Okay.
we would clash up against.
Okay. So for those out there who don't know what a sound is, clashing is sound system, how would you describe it to those who are just first listening in and locking in? How would you say?
Well, some clash is two sound system strung up in the same venue, and now it's down to who sounds the better and who plays the better music. And that's basically what a clash is. And nowadays sometimes they play 3, 4, 5, 6 sound, play on the same sound system.
Okay.
Which I don't really enjoy. I don't think it's right. I think you should have your actual sound system in the building,
Okay.
individual sounds, instead of all jumping on one.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go a bit more in depth later on. But who was in your sound?
King Alpha, we had Isaiah,
Okay.
Asha was in the sound, Vince Harris, call him Dirty Harry.
Okay.
The main three.
Okay.
Fergie was around there doing a little bit of singing,
Okay.
you know, now and again.
Okay.
It wasn't like all the time.
Yeah. And how did you go about doing that? How did you select them? Were they your close friends? How did that come about?
We were all like close friends, basically,
Okay.
and everybody used to knock around together, so it just all developed from there, really.
Oh, okay. So when you was doing that and you looking at your sound, did you build it yourself? How did it all come about? Because I know a lot of sound men built it. I know people joined in building it. How did it all come about?
Well, and they used to have when I built King Alpha, they used to have a sound in Coventry called Sound City.
Okay.
And mostly based on English lads that had that sound system. There's probably one Jamaican in it. to be honest with you, and they had a decent sound. When they packed up, and I think it was early 80s, I bought the preamps, I bought the amplifiers, and some boxes off them, and basically added to it.
Okay, okay.
That was Sound City.
Okay.
And they were a good sound of it.
Alright, you know what? You have to come forward, man. People need to hear you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I got people saying, come forward, come forward, come forward. So, who in the music was inspiring you? What kind of artist, what kind of genre, what kind of sound was inspiring you?
Well, obviously Bob Marley inspired me a lot. You got Dennis Brown, a lot of artists. Too much to mention.
Okay, what was it about those particular sounds? And
Well, at them times there was all cultural music, innit?
Okay.
Culture, and you know, you used to have even John Holt, and you have what is it again? John Holt. Can't remember some of them.
Okay.
But a lot of them time back in them days, the 80s, it was like pure culture music.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna play another song, and then we're gonna go a bit more in depth and see if we can get some more information from you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay, people, we're back. You know what? We were just talking briefly there, a bit about your sound, how you come into sound, and those sort of things. But let's go a bit deeper, like I said. So you were just saying there, the artist culture.
Yeah, Joseph Hill.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He was actually a cousin of mine, and I didn't realise until about 25 years ago. My auntie told me in Jamaica that we was related.
Wow.
And in the early 90s, and I bumped into him at a carnival in Brighton.
Okay.
I walked on the tour bus, and I just said my cook.
Okay.
And he said, have you got your passport on you? He wanted me to he's going down the continent touring.
Okay.
At the time. You know, that was, I didn't even know beforehand.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about your sound. So tell us, what was the name of your sound originally? How did that come about? How did it start?
We used to play a sound called Atomic.
Okay.
For a guy called Prince, and he retired from the sound in the late 80s, or somewhere around there anyway. And I went to London, got a job, and saved the money and come back and bought a sound system from him.
Wow.
And added to it, and that's how King Alpha started.
Okay. And what made you change from Atomic to King Alpha? What was the name?
Well, it was a guy called Rocky. This was about 1988, something like that, 89. Rocky.
Okay.
He's passed away now. It was him that I suggested to change the sound name to Alpha, and it was him that gave me nickname Briggy.
Okay.
And I think it was about 89, 88, something like that. We changed it to Black Crusader. And we started playing different sort of music. We weren't playing culture music no more.
Okay.
It's like dub plates and stuff.
Okay.
You know, playing the dub plates, clashing with personal music from the artists in Jamaica. I used to go over and record dub plates with, I can't even mention, there's loads of artists.
Okay.
You name it, we've got the dub plates.
Okay. Well, that kind of leads me to my next question, actually, because recently there's been a talk with Sir Coxon, and he was saying that specials actually killing sounds. They're killing the music, they're killing the vibe. What are you thinking about that?
Well, back in the day when we used to have special records, they weren't actually plates that had your sound name in them.
Okay.
They were just released, and you would probably be one of the first sounds to get it to play it.
Okay.
But as things developed and people started getting dub plates with the actual sound systems and name in it.
Yeah.
You know, when Lloyd's saying it killed sound systems, a lot of music that comes out of Jamaica back in the day, there was the sound systems that actually promoted the records, because there was no radio stations and stuff like that. But that's probably where he's coming from.
Yeah.
You know, the records, but there's plenty of ways to advertise music nowadays.
Okay.
Online, all over the place. It's easy to access. It wasn't back in the day.
Okay.
So I don't really see much of a problem with it.
Okay. And for yourself, what is it that you can say about Coventry back then in the music scene? How has it changed? How has it developed? That kind of thing.
You're talking 80s and 90s?
Yeah.
Well, back in the 80s, from what I can remember, I know, when we, King Alpha used to play, when Alpha used to play out, we used to play London, anywhere we play, Manchester, we used to get a lot of people travel on coach trips and everything.
Okay.
People seem to embrace it more nowadays. It's not the same. And when we used to play in Coventry,
Yeah.
you didn't even really have to advertise it that much.
Okay.
And we would get a full dance. The gig would be full.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays it's hard work.
Okay.
You know, you didn't really need to do much.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that's the shift?
I don't think the young people are too much into sound systems and like that nowadays.
Okay.
You know, because of all the technology and all that nowadays. As I said, it's easier to access. The kids are not interested. They're not interested in picking up sound boxes and, you know, they want everything they do, they want it to be done like that.
Fast.
Sound system don't work like that.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, they have to be dedicated.
Because in Europe, it seems to have gone haywire with sound system. Like, it seems to have really impacted them. That's what it seems like. So do you think it's a UK thing where they're not interested, or?
I'm not sure, but I don't think the young people are that much into it. Most of them.
Okay.
And I think in Europe it might be a bit newer to them. We've been playing. I don't know how long they've been playing sounds over there.
Okay.
But they're not as prolific as Britain. I think we were doing it over here before them.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna play another track by Yellow Man. Okay.
Yellow Man.
And then we'll come back in once again. Yes, people, we're back. We're here. We're talking to Briggy. What do you prefer to be called, Mr. McCook, Briggy, Soundman?
Just used to Briggy.
Okay. Cool. That's all good. So, where are the places you played in Coventry and further afield?
Oh gosh, I played High Street, West Indian Club, many a church halls like St Barnabas.
Okay.
All over the place. Some blues parties and so that, you know, which is on the smaller scale.
Yeah. Okay. Because the people that are locked in are probably from your generation, and you have to take them down memory lane, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, you ready? You have to take them down memory lane and let them know, okay, do you remember this, do you remember that? You know, we've just buried another sound legend, Sir Baggy. Yeah?
Okay.
And as you know, Sir Baggy has so much sound, so much blues, and I've heard lots of different stories. Can you tell us some stories that you've had being in sound, whether they're good, bad?
With Baggy?
With Baggy or yourself?
Well,
tell us.
Baggy is a blues party sound system, isn't it?
Okay.
You know, Baggy used to do a lot of parties.
Yeah.
You know, and you get people of all different nation, colour, everything goes to Baggy's blues. And basically, Baggy, it wasn't actually one of them clashing sound systems like Black Crusader.
Okay.
He was just entertaining people in blues parties mainly.
Yeah.
And he used to do a few gigs like at the Red House over there before they knocked it down. Okay. You know, but it's basically parties, blues.
Okay. So, what is your memorable moment for your sound when you were either clashing, performing, playing? What was your memorable moment? You're like, yeah, this sound's gonna smash this dance, or whatever.
It was playing in Acklamore with King Alpha was playing in Acklamore,
Okay.
Ladbroke Grove with Coxon.
Okay.
I think we were actually playing
Yeah.
at the time, and the crowd actually thought it was Coxon that was playing.
Okay.
Even the people around the bar said, "Go on, Coxon!" Whatever it was, Alpha that was playing. But that was one of the first times I played with a sound of that stature.
Okay.
You know, but like from that day, Lloyd always said, "Your sound is good." From then.
Okay. okay. So, what is it about Coxsone that made him of great stature, and then yourself? What do you think it was so great for Coxsone and the sounds?
Well, Coxsone was, as far as I'm concerned, Coxsone is the biggest sound in my brain.
Okay.
You understand? And before I even started playing sound, I know about Coxsone. I used to go and listen to them. You know, I just rate Coxsone.
Yeah. Okay. Why? Why do you rate him?
Because them is a brilliant sound system.
Okay.
It's people like that inspired me in Britain. I'm not talking about when I was little in Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's people like Coxsone inspire a lot of the sound system.
Okay.
Startup.
Okay. One thing I want to ask you is, you said that you were in Jamaica, so you were born in Jamaica and you come to the UK. What was that like for you, coming to the UK? Well, I'm guessing for the first time. What was that like?
Cold. Very cold.
Okay.
I got off the plane in Heathrow. That time I was about 9.
Okay.
And when I stepped off there, them days you didn't have the terminals to go straight into the building.
Okay.
You come off and you get on a little bus.
Yeah.
Or a little train, one of them, and it takes you over to the terminal. And I got off there, and when I stepped on the ground, it was ice.
Oh gosh.
Ice on the ground. And I thought to myself, I better jump back on the plane and go back to Jamaica.
Wow.
But I got used to it in the end.
Okay.
I got used to it. Yeah.
Okay. And then recently within the news, well, I say recently, but it's been happening a long time, we have things like the Windrush generation and the scandal going on there. What are your thoughts about it? Tell us.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's all harder.
Yeah.
Because they tried it with me in Jamaica.
Okay.
I went down there with a Jamaican passport.
Yeah.
And when I got back to the airport, they wouldn't let me board the flight.
Wow.
But fortunately for me, I signed up. My mum made sure that we signed up for our British citizenship paper, and I had the paperwork on me.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I would have been in that situation.
Yeah.
If I hadn't signed up, if I hadn't signed the citizenship papers and got it straightened up,
Wow.
I would have been in Jamaica for a good while before I got back here.
So big up mommy, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So I'm gonna play another track, and then soon you can play some of your tracks, your dub plates that you have, and speak a little bit about them. Is that alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, you know what, I seen you rocking, jigging, dancing,
Yeah,
singing to those. Tell us then.
Tune,
Tell us, because there's loads of different artists there, from Lucci, Wayne Smith,
Mhm.
D Brown.
Yeah.
How'd you get those, man? Tell us.
Fly to Jamaica studio and cut some dub plate. Either Jammies, Main Street, Tubbies, all over the place, all the studio, them Arrows.
Okay.
Just go to Jamaica and cut some dub plate and come, you know.
Wow. Okay, you know what?
Clash with some sound, you know. Back in the day, it was them things, them dub plates, the treasure, man. Dennis is no longer here anymore.
Yeah.
I should be still out there playing them.
You should.
Yeah, man.
So why ain't you?
I will be.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I will be.
Tell us.
Yeah, man. I have a plan to start about the song.
Okay.
It's all, most of it's there. Just want a good service and straighten it up already.
Okay. So Coventry can look out, yeah?
Yeah, man. Soon come.
Okay. Am I on that?
Yeah, man. Serious. Nah, joke.
Okay. Okay. So you sent me some photos in this past coming weeks, preparing for this interview. One with Snoop Dogg, Dre, Nelson Mandela. Tell the listeners, because I put it on the flyer, tell the listeners a little something about how you met them, the story behind that as well.
With the Dr. Dre, I think that was, how long ago was that? Must be about 20 years.
Yeah.
Plus. We were in London with Shabba. Shabba was here with Epic Records.
Okay.
And we were rolling with him, and he didn't want us to leave him until he was finished whatever he was doing in Britain.
Yeah.
He just told us straight, you're not leaving, you better go and get some clothes.
Okay.
You're not leaving us. And he was down there with him for about 2 weeks, and Snoop and Dre came over to do 3 shows at Brixton Academy.
Okay.
And Shabba, we went down with Shabba and went backstage to meet him, and that's where them pictures were taken. It was actually Shabba Ranks that introduced us to him.
Wow, okay.
I haven't seen Dre since the pictures taken. I've seen Snoop a couple of times. I've been linked to him a couple of times.
Okay.
And that actual picture, I had the negative to it. And I got some big copies done. And when Snoop came over to the NEC, it was about 8 years ago, it's got to be.
Okay.
And I gave him one of them pictures. It was the first time he'd seen it.
Wow.
And he was asking me if I'd seen Shabba, but unfortunately since we took the picture, I haven't seen Shabba. So, and he hasn't seen him, I don't think they've seen each other. But that's how that come about.
Okay, and the one with Nelson Mandela, tell us a little something about that.
Well, I had a letter. When did they release Mandela from jail? 90?
Yeah, maybe a bit earlier.
90. It was 1990.
Okay.
I received a letter from the ANC. They were looking for someone to represent every town in Britain. And my name must have been put forward. I'm not sure it was, but I could probably say it was Black Dread.
Okay.
They used to play Cox and Sound.
Okay, yeah.
He had a documentary the other day with To Be Black Dread.
Yeah.
I think it was him that put my name forward. I was told not to tell anyone where I was going.
Okay.
And I asked him if I could bring Maccabee.
Okay.
That's the DJ Maccabee from Wolverhampton, because he actually used to DJ on my sound as well.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Pater Banton used to DJ on my sound.
Okay.
So I said, could I bring him, because he released a tune, Free Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
So they said I could bring him with me. So I rang him. I told him about it. He was up for it. But on the morning, when I had to get down there for a certain time, I couldn't get hold of Maccabee. So I went down on my own. I linked up with Black Dread in the building.
Okay.
And people like Paul Botang was there, Fashionu.
Yeah.
And a few other celebrities were in the building.
Okay.
And that picture, I took that picture of him, but I couldn't get in the picture.
Okay, yeah.
Because what happened was he spoke to us on the pulpit, and we were told to gather in groups of 8.
Yeah.
And he'd come round and give us 5 minutes.
Okay.
But everything that would have to be orderly.
Yeah.
And when he finished speaking to us, he was walking down. Some people got up and moved towards him, so the security, he had the newspaper people around him, photographers all over the place.
Yeah.
But he had his bodyguards there with him.
Okay.
And because they didn't do it in order and they rushed him, they actually took him out of the building within a couple of minutes.
Okay.
They backed him out, they had him out of the building.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to sit down, and he would come around and do it. So they need to see him, see what he's doing. That you can't just go and rush around people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And they took him, evacuated him out of the building.
I bet you were gutted though.
No, I wasn't gutted. It was a pleasure to be in the building with him. I got as closer to him than I am now.
Wow,
So it was it's something I won't forget.
Definitely.
He's a very tall guy as well. When you see him on the telly, you don't look tall.
Oh, okay, true. Okay. So, who inspires you? Tell me.
What, in music?
Anything.
In life?
Music, life. Who inspires you? Because you know what I want to know before you start your sound up. What kind of sounds are inspiring you right now at this present time? Artists.
At this present time now.
At this present time, and then we can go back as well.
There's not a lot of sound systems still going.
Okay.
From the big sounds from back in the day, but you've still got sounds like Injection. I listened to Coxon down the club the other day, they sound really good. And even Quaker City, I used to listen to Quaker all the time. Jungleman. And then you've got my brethren in Birmingham, Love Express.
Yeah, okay.
I've known them for donkey's years. I've actually played with them already a couple of times. But apart from that, there's not a lot of the big sounds still doing things regular like back in the day. Okay. All of us was at it at that time.
Yeah. Okay. So, what kind of things can we expect then from you? Because I want to know a bit more about this, and I'm sure the listeners out there who are locking in from way back when, I want to know. Okay, what can we expect if you're coming back? What kind of things can we expect? What kind of artists?
Can't give you no date, but I'm going to try and bring the sound back next year.
Okay.
But no, I haven't got a date or anything. But I'm planning on getting the sound back.
Okay.
Because all I'm seeing nowadays is just pure misery and bad news and shit.
Not happy
The
with
place
it.
wants cheering up, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you know, I'm a female DJ. Okay. Do you know any female sounds? What is the state of female sounds, if there is any? Okay. And what's your thought of like female selectors, DJs, and so on? What do you think of the state of affairs?
I don't know many female sound systems and selectors.
Okay.
I know there's a couple in Birmingham. I remember only listening to them a couple of times. I don't remember, but I can't give you much on that at all.
Okay. So maybe you can change that.
Well, if they want, come and take the sound and can come and play it, you know.
Okay.
I will wire it up for them and them come and play the music.
Okay.
I think we actually used to do it back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Get Natty and them to come and play
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Vine Street. Yeah, we used to join the
okay,
sound. And Natty and Maxine and them girls used to come and play the sound.
Okay. And your role as a sound man, what is your role as a sound man? What were the particular roles that each of you had?
Well, when I first started playing sound system, I used to DJ on the mic
Okay.
and stuff like that with Alpha. And when it come over to Crusader, I didn't do none of that.
Okay.
Now and again, I might pick up the mic and say something.
Okay.
But we had a DJ called Coconut,
Okay.
and I took him to Pete Waterman.
Yeah. Okay.
As he's known, Pete Waterman's from Coventry.
Yeah.
Known him since I was about 14. So when you normally send a demo to them guys, they just throw them one side.
Okay.
And if you go down there 10 minutes later, it's full of dust. No one's looked at it.
Oh.
But when you I know Pete well.
Yeah.
I could just walk in there and get somebody to listen to it there and then in front of
Okay.
us. I took Coconut down there and they liked him. He was a really good DJ.
Okay.
I don't know if anything in the archives on him, but he was really good. And we had Farmer as the engineer.
Okay.
I think Terry Belgrave was in it. Yeah, it was basically Dirty Harry.
Okay.
What? Some of them have got cost me, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a few others. A Tipper
Okay.
was around the sound as well. He's from Rugby, but he used to live here.
Okay.
He was a good DJ as well.
Yeah.
So they were all around Crusader in the high day when the sound was really
Yeah.
popular.
Okay. You know,
Yeah,
what
so-
kind of things would you say on the mic? Any lyrics you know that you can share with the listeners and they can remember?
No,
No?
basically.
What do you mean no?
Basically, when me talk on the mic, I'm coming like a comedian, you know.
Okay.
You just say things like that's talk. It's not like DJ
Okay.
or
okay.
introducing a record and so
Okay,
forth.
Okay.
Oh, it's stuff like that. Or sometimes I see someone dressed inappropriate in the dance and you should take.
Pick out one. So you're a mean DJ.
No, it was funny, man.
Okay.
It was a joke.
Okay. So, what do you remember your very first track you ever got, or your first dub, your
Dub
first
plate?
clash, anything? Do you remember the first one you ever got?
I got a dub plate from Chris Blackwell. That's,
Okay.
the one, you know, if you heard of Chris Blackwell.
Yeah, I have.
Island Records,
Yeah.
who used to produce Bob Marley. We got a Twinkle Brothers tune off him
Okay.
somewhere down in the 80s, and it was called Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. Well, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, that's out of the record, by the Twinkle Brothers.
Okay.
And it had not been released, same as I was talking to you about earlier.
Yeah.
But it had no name in it, but it was not in the shops or anything.
Okay.
We played Jungle Man, I think it was 85, something like that, at Leicester University.
Okay.
And that dub, we were listening to it the whole month or so, a couple of months before the dance when we had it.
Yeah.
We just listened to it every day and we said, this tune is going to mash up the dance.
Yeah. And
So when we was playing with Jungles have very heavy sound system.
Okay.
Sometimes they come there with 2 lorry loads of boxes.
Yeah, okay.
And I had some transistor amplifiers.
Yeah.
And they had valve amps.
Okay.
And I actually had to hold my amplifier when they were playing because they were pushing it out, and
Oh God.
you know, I had to get some sponges. That's how heavy they were.
Yeah.
And we were clashing against each other. Their sound system actually sounded a lot better than ours at that time.
Yeah.
And we waited till probably about an hour before the dance, and we played that record. There was about 1,000 people in the university.
Okay.
And that record,
Yeah.
lit that dance up. When I say lit it up literally.
Okay.
Because everybody, they're saying lighters now found that night. And there had at least 700 people with lighters in the air. Them days that we used to, when you play a song,
Yeah.
and you beat a song or you play a good tune, man, I say, salty Maya.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had to pick that tune up about 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
And when it finished, nobody wanted to hear nothing else.
Wow. Okay.
You know, we had 3 coach loads from Coventry,
Yeah.
1 from London, and there must have been people like hell from Birmingham. But that dance stands out a lot.
Okay.
Stands out. It was wicked.
Okay. So, in your eyes, and sound people in general, what should their role be in our community, in society? What should their role be? Yeah, come with it.
Yeah. Well, the sound system's like it's a PA and it's broadcasting, so you know there's a lot of things that you can do.
Okay.
Can you use it as you're doing yourself now? It's just the same sort of thing.
Okay.
You're reaching out to people.
Yeah.
I suppose. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to explain because things have got to a stage here now where I don't know. This is a different argument.
Okay.
I can't go into that because nothing's like it used to be anymore.
Yeah.
And it takes more than me or Lloyd Coxon to change it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has to have a hand in it.
Okay.
Because the young people nowadays, they're just not interested.
Okay. You know, I think we're gonna play another track of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Which
we'll
don't play this now.
We're gonna come straight back in.
Right.
Yeah, you play some big artists once again, like Beres. And you're rocking in your chair so that people can't see him at home.
But
He's
don't
rocking.
play that now.
Yeah. So, you know, I want to know as a younger generation, okay, what can we do as a younger generation to uplift sound system or music, in your opinion?
Well, if you have to be dedicated to someone I like it, otherwise it don't make no sense.
Okay.
That's our number one.
Okay.
Because back in the day it was hard work, and now somebody can pick up a laptop,
Yeah.
couple of CDs and go and play music, whereas we were struggling with big speaker boxes,
Yeah.
and it's just hard work basically.
Okay.
You just have to be dedicated,
Okay.
but you have to love it, otherwise you don't make sense getting involved.
Definitely. Okay. And what do you think about the upcoming artists? Well, I say upcoming, but the artists like Chronix, Coffee, Jesse Royal, the list continues.
Well, Chronic are a wicked artist, man.
Okay.
They want culture youth,
Definitely.
and Coffee them, all them wicked,
Yeah.
and Cartel too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He's alright.
Cartel wicked, him alright, him wicked.
He's alright.
You know.
I like his more conscious tunes.
You know, everybody have them fault.
Yeah, but I still like conscious
Cartel,
tunes.
real Cartel, like them, you know.
Definitely. So, what is it about those artists that you like? What is it that draws you? Vibes Cartel, Chronix. What is it that's drawing you to those particular tunes?
Well, with Chronic, you know, he's a cultured youth, honey.
Yeah.
He's a cultured youth, that's what draw me to him. With Cartel now, Cartel have lyrics.
Okay.
I don't know where him get them from. But him have lyrics that fire like gunshot. I tell you, wicked. Vibes.
Yep.
Him have vibes.
Definitely.
Come on.
Okay. So, when
You could
you're...
be channeling it in a different direction still,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
That's
true.
him.
Yeah, true. That's what I think. I think he's got so much talent, so much skill.
I don't think him realize how much talent he have.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can teach him.
I've only met him once.
Okay.
And he probably wouldn't even remember me.
Okay.
The last time he came to England, my virgin brought him to Birmingham
Yeah.
with Mad Cobra them and Assassin and them and
Okay.
it's the last time he came here. And when I knew him, he was very dark.
Okay. Yeah. So now he's very light.
I
Okay.
think he gone back dark, you know, I'm not sure.
Yeah. You know what? As we've been doing the interview, we said lots of different, I suppose, famous names. But you said them so easy, so cool, like everybody meets them.
No,
To
but
you is how do you meet these people?
To me, it's through the sound system why
Yeah.
I even know them people.
Okay.
If it wasn't for the sound, I wouldn't know Shabarangs. I wouldn't be down Jamaica cutting dub plates with him
Yeah.
and Beanie Man and them man. I knew them man when they had nothing.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
know, I used to give them money to cut the dub plates and sit down and have a spliff or I ain't nicking with them, you know.
Okay.
Till Jammies decide to open the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I don't look at it as a big thing. I mean, Eminem came here about 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
He's on Milton Keynes. I never had a ticket or nothing. I just went down there.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go with Tim Westwood.
Okay.
And I was ringing him down at the BBC, and I couldn't get hold of him.
Okay.
So I just jumped in the car with my brethren and went down to Milton Keynes. I think 50 Cent was there as well, innit?
Yeah.
But when I got there, 50 Cent had gone back. It was a Sunday, and Eminem was still there. And I gave him about 3 of them pictures with Trey on it.
Okay.
And that's what got me in backstage.
Oh, okay.
I just showed him the picture. Eminem's manager said to me, "Where you get this from?" And I just said to him, "My brethren on me, take it." And the man, he let me in. And when I got in there, I seen Westwood sitting there. I didn't even talk to him. I didn't even say hello, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Because he did promise. I spoke to him face to face, and he said me and I could come down with him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but I ended up down there anyway. It's just, they're just human beings, aren't they? Basically,
Yeah,
they're doing their thing.
Definitely. Okay, so we're coming to the last sort of few minutes of the interview. What kind of message can or do you want to say to the people that are locked in and listening right now?
I don't know what kind of people are listening.
Everybody
who are not being from now, be themselves. All I can say to them is to live life.
Okay.
Tomorrow promise to nobody.
Definitely. Okay. So we're gonna play a couple more of your tracks. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're rounding off now. I just want to say to you personally, I can't wait till you come back and I can hear you for the first time as a sound. I'm looking forward to that for definite. But also, what kind of vibes and messages do you want to send to the people? I asked you before, but you know, I feel like you should say what you said when we were talking. You know, you said life's too short, and then you said you've had lots of bad phone calls. Live life to the full. You know.
Yeah. That's all I can say to them.
Yeah.
Live life to the full, cause I said that. I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Life is promised to nobody.
Definitely.
Tomorrow, no promise. You know.
Definitely. Okay, so if people are listening in and thinking, you know what, I wanna link you, I wanna get in touch with you. Can they get in touch with you?
Yeah.
Okay, and how do they do that?
If them try, I'm not on Facebook or nothing like that. But
Okay.
If they were really interested in getting hold, they would get hold of me. I know a lot of people.
Okay.
Even Birmingham, London, wherever they are, they could get my number. Then they can get my number off all their sound, any sound man.
Okay, definitely. So we're gonna be playing maybe 1 or 2 more of your tracks, okay? And then that's the end of the interview for today. But I'm sure we're gonna be speaking again, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
As long as life's pure, you know.
Definitely. And for all the listeners who are locked in, either they've known you from very young to now, or the new listeners, what would you like to say to them? Your old friends, new friends?
Instead of look out for Crusader.
You have to say it louder than that, man.
Instead of look out for Crusader, return.
Okay. You have to look out, guys. That's what he's saying.
But we can't bring back the old days. We're going to try.
Okay. Yes, people, you know what, we're playing the last couple of tunes. We just want to make sure that we say thank you for locking in. Okay, it's also going to be on my YouTube channel very, very soon. Okay, the whole interview. So if you couldn't hear the beginning of it or the middle or the end, don't worry, we are going to be putting it out there. But also, Black Crusader, what are you saying, man?
Well, thanks for listening, you know, and guidance and protection. You know, and live life.
Wow, okay. So, you know what, you couldn't get the words out. Don't worry, that's cool, man. So we're going to play one or 2 tunes and we're going to say bye. Make sure you keep it locked in as well. Next week, each and every Wednesday, to yours truly, DJ Kat, okay? Make sure you keep it locked. Here we go.